children of the one Yahweh. Ye are the chosen of the one Yahweh. And he has given his laws to us. Everything belongs
All right,
to
first and
us.
foremost, want to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh. We do so in the name of His only begotten Son, who the world calls Christ, Yahweh Shai. We're here at the Dallas West Church of Christ in Dallas, Texas, of course. And this is the church that Botham Shimshon attended while he was alive. His family has been attending recently, you know, since they've been back in the country for the trial and things of that nature. And there's essentially now, his family are calling now for the release of Amber Guyger. First, they were adamant about, you know, her getting adjudicated, being brought to justice, her being found guilty of murder, etc. They've gotten that, but then of course the sentence came where it was a very short, you know, light sentence of only a decade for homicide. And now they're talking about they want her out of jail. They want to go testify at her appeal. They don't want her in jail. It's not what both of them wanted. You know, all kind of things, crazy things like that. And word on the street is what's been going on in this very church is Botham's mother, Botham's father, as well as the lead pastor in there, have been every Sunday preaching sermons of forgiveness, about forgiveness, 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 and that's what's kind of sparked them to say they want her out of jail. In all truth and actuality, all this concept is totally anti-biblical. We're here in front of the church, so when a congregation lets out, we want to speak to them in regards to this. We want to go into the Bible. We want to see what the Bible has to say about forgiving Amber Guyger for murdering both of Shimshon. Right, so that's why we're here. Church is getting probably ready to let out here within the next 10-15 minutes. You know, typically what happens at these churches when they let out, it's going to be a lot of parlaying in the parking lot, you know what I'm saying, and kicking it and congregating, people talking. So, you know, we just going to post up right here, and we're going to holler at them, man, and we're going to see if they're going to talk back to us, and if we're going to see how they're going to respond to the Bible. Because what we're not going to do is just isolate one scripture, take a scripture out of context. We want to read everything in context. We want to deal with precept upon precept in the volume of the book as it is written, as who you call Christ Yahweh Shai did. And we want to see if they really is going to submit to what the Bible says, or if they're going to continue with this propped up plantation Christianity that's literally designed for us to continually get murdered and abused by the same group of people for damn half a millennia and continually forgive them, right? So I just wanted to give that brief introduction. Shalom.
What's going on? Y'all doing all right?
Yes, sir.
What's going on?
Not too much.
Not too much? Y'all all right?
Yes, sir. What's your name, man?
Hold on, man.
Hold on, let me meet you.
Yeah, what's your name? Y'all got these sticks. What y'all represent?
Represent the Hebrew Israelites, the truth of the Bible, brother.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, okay.
You recording?
Excuse me, brother. Brother, man. Hey, listen, man. Can I need some Christian love this Sunday morning, bro. I need some love, man. Can I get some love from you? Can I get an embrace? I need an embrace, man. I need the embrace. Just real quick. Can I get an embrace from you, man? Most time Christ. Listen, brother. I'm hurt. I'm out here right now because I'm hurt. I'm hurt. I'm devastated, right? I'm devastated behind this whole situation, right? And I know this stuff keep going on now. People going around now asking for this woman to be let up out of jail.
Right. I'm heard about that too.
You heard about that too? You agree that she need to be let up out of jail? No, you don't agree? So what is your position here at this church? Are you just a parishioner?
No, I'm one of the social ministers.
You one of the ministers, right? So if you could please, because I'm hearing things, I just want to talk to y'all directly. What is the message that's coming out of the church now? Do we want out of jail? Are we going to help her get an appeal? What does the ministry want to do?
Well, we're not here to help her get out of jail.
Okay.
I want to do anything that she wants to do.
Okay.
That's for the law.
That's for the law. Okay. What was y'all wishes though? I know y'all wanted her found guilty like the woman, correct? Because she's guilty of murder, right? But what about with the sentencing process and things of that nature?
That's why what's your question?
Like what did y'all want to see come out of the sentencing?
Well, it's not what I want to see. Is what others, the process of
Jury.
Okay. But you know, we know that God knows each person.
That's right.
God is the judge.
He judges the reins of the law. That's right. That's right. Okay. Yeah, man.
But, you know, I'm against any hate group. You white supremacy, anybody hating on, especially just because of a person's color of their skin.
Of course.
And the issue is not with skin, the issue with sin.
The issue is sin. Yeah. The issue is murder. That's it. The issue is murder.
So, the Bible says all have sinned and have fallen short of the glory of
yes,
God.
sir.
And so what people have to learn how to get along with each other, love each other, regardless of the person's color, skin, background, and all of that.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I'm just upset about the murder.
Yeah,
because when this stuff happened, man, see, I moved out from Dallas, but I lived in Dallas at the time when it happened. We was out front at Southside Flats every day. Wasn't nobody else out there. Sometimes it was. For the most part, it was nobody else out there. So I really took a lot of time, effort, energy, emotion into the situation. I know y'all you knew the brother personally, correct?
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So
I saw him the Sunday before
it occurred. You see what I'm saying? Well, it happened Monday, right? It happened the next day. Oh, yeah, it was Thursday night football, my fault. Not Monday night. It was Thursday night football. You see what I'm saying? So all that stuff going on, this is a situation in the summer and then the one that just happened in Fort Worth, right? These are big deals, you know what I'm saying? And like you said, it's just a sin issue. It's a murder. The murder is a murder, you know what I'm saying? Right? Remember, they desired the murder, right? Over Christ, put Christ on that throne, and desired that murder. You see what I'm saying? So we don't want people going around desiring the murder, making that same mistake again, right? That's crazy. You see what I'm saying? So that's all because now as I'm hearing people that's calling for, listen, we don't want it to sit in jail. You see what I'm saying? We don't this and that. So that's why I need to know directly from ministry. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you're speaking on behalf of the whole ministry. You're speaking on behalf of yourself.
I don't speak on the behalf of the whole ministry.
Okay, this is just you as a brother.
Our preacher, that Brother Guyger, he's the one.
Yes, sir.
That saw the family and was there and saw everything.
Yes, sir.
Like that. He's the one he's our ministry as well as our elder.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. So he would more so speak for the ministry. So that's why I'm just trying to figure out what is the ministry saying, or is there different opinion? Sometimes you feel one way, I feel another way. You know what I'm saying? Just because we feel a different way, that really don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? But we they come to different conclusions. But we blocking, we in the way or anything?
You're
okay.
all right. I just didn't want to.
Okay, y'all good. Okay. But yeah, so we don't want. Just that's all. I'm just trying to get my finger on the pulse. You know
like I said, I'm against any type of hate crimes like that.
Of course.
I grew up in Chicago. So
yes, sir.
I've seen and heard about stuff.
Yes, sir. Of course.
So we know that there are some bad cops out there.
Of course.
Well, there's some good cops.
Yeah, every cop ain't like that.
Just like any type of profession, you got some good.
You got some bad. That's right. What's your name again?
My name is Carl.
Carl Alazar, man. Pleasure talking to you, my brother. I really appreciate you. Really appreciate you, bro. Definitely.
Anything else? Any other questions?
Nah, that's it. That's all I want to know from you, man. I appreciate you stopping talking, showing that love. That's right. That's it.
And God is going to take vengeance,
In His time.
People go around, just like, in the book of Exodus, the new world. New Pharaoh that arrives on the scene and he wanted to wipe out all the Israel.
Exactly.
But God protected his people.
That's right.
That they did what they did. But God
he still had that plan. Yeah, he still had that plan.
So
and
you can't
he always gonna get his vengeance.
You can't stop what God bless.
Period. That's right.
So anybody trying to do that, you fight against God.
Exactly. And you're gonna lose every time.
And our hands are too short to fight
with God. That's right, man. You're telling the truth.
Yeah. You got a lot of sick-minded people out there.
That's right.
And you have folks who, there's a certain area I'd be afraid of going to because, you don't know if they may just want to get after you because of the color of your skin.
Yeah. That's a fact. Well, I was in Chicago in July,
You got a lot of lying folks out there. Just like I remember I saw a guy who was lost. He happened to knock on somebody's door and ring their doorbell.
Oh, yeah, they killed him. Yeah, they killed him. Yeah,
Well, actually, the guy shot him with a shotgun and he escaped.
Oh, okay.
And they caught him. They got him and arrested him.
Okay. Just because he knocked on the door because he lost. You can't even do that no more.
It was a black guy,
white, exactly. Because you got people with that mindset. Like you said, they just going off the skin color.
Because he could have lied and just say, hey, this guy trying to break in my house.
Exactly. But all he want to do is say, I'm lost, man.
We know that doesn't happen over the years.
Yeah, that's right. Plenty of times. You know what I mean? Before we have social media and the word can get out, there's plenty of stories, right?
See, one thing people have to understand, they think God don't know what's going on. Everything that's done in the darkness, secret, God knows.
That's right.
Believe me, you're going to be judged one day or the other.
That's right.
Sometimes it may go down your bloodline.
No, is that no? See, now you're telling the truth. He said sometimes it may go down your bloodline, man. Yeah. I see. That's beautiful, though. That's beautiful, man. But yeah, I was going to say, when I was out in Chicago in July, right, the police pulled us over. Now, the brother that was driving, he had a concealed carry pistol license, right? So the police pulled him over. They said, where your gun? He said, it's in the trunk. He said, next time I pull you over, have it on you. Have it on you. You see what I'm saying? So now, so what are they doing? They're encouraging us to be out there armed, shooting at each other, things of that nature. You see what I'm saying? Don't leave it in the trunk. You're going to need it. You're going to need to shoot it. You see what I'm saying? That's how they looking at it, you know? So, you know, it's crazy out here, man. But I definitely appreciate it, man.
You have a business card?
We got to fly everything.
Where y'all located?
Usually downtown Dallas and downtown Fort Worth. Let's be back and forth, you know, usually Fridays, Saturdays, you know what I'm saying, out there. You know, usually we don't do nothing on Sunday. But yeah, here's some information, you know what I'm saying? So we got various links, things of that nature. But definitely appreciate you, brother.
All right.
You know, definitely. You got something for me?
Yeah, definitely.
That's a good old Bible right there. That's a good old sword.
Yeah, it is. There's a lot of good information in there. Matter of fact, this is a candle that the family of Botham John just given to members out here.
Okay.
In memory of him. You know, you're welcome to come by and visit with us.
Definitely. Other brother was telling me we should have came on in, man. I didn't know.
This is like talking about the church and everything.
Okay.
And I order service on there as well.
Okay. Beautiful. Appreciate it, bro.
Thank you for your time.
Definitely. Thank you as well, bro.
Y'all take care of yourself.
Definitely. You as well. Where we at, man? Let's go. Where we at? Numbers. Let me start with Numbers, man. Let me start with the book of Numbers, because I see they started to creep out a little bit. Right now they're holding back.
You got a group in there. They're about to come out.
You know,
for initial distraction.
Yeah.
Go.
That was genius. Look at them. They trying to listen. They trying to hurry up.
Lord of Christ.
I'm like, this guy's a buffer, man. Buffer. Agree with what they say for a little bit.
Look, he said down the bloodline, yo. That's all we saying.
Right.
Down the bloodline, there's no judgment. There's a judgment on these people right now. It's coming.
It's crazy. He said he didn't even agree with.
He would agree with that. So that means what? Like he said, I'm just speaking for me, right? Give me Job. Hold what you got. Hold all that stuff. You can get it. Get it from me out. Job 21 and what is that? 19? Because you got a lot. So just hold that. I need you to hit those. But let's get Job 21 and 19. So what the brother's point? It come down the bloodline. That judgment. That's all we out here saying. People, it's not a skin color thing. We don't just hate white people to color their skin. You know what I'm saying? That's not it. But there's a judgment that's gonna come down the line on them. Go ahead. You got it.
This is Job chapter 21 verse 19.
Read on.
God layeth up his iniquity for his children.
For what?
For his children.
So like the brother said, that judgment come down that bloodline. God layeth up his iniquity for his children. Right? Read on.
He rewardeth him, and he shall know it.
Yeah, right. He rewarded him, and he shall know it. He gonna understand that his offspring is evil and wicked. Offspring is gonna understand the sins of their fathers when they have to pay for it. Isaiah 14. I get that Isaiah 14. Right? But we just gonna hit it off and get started in the spirit. Right? And they gonna have to hear, or they gonna have to forbear. It's that simple. Isaiah 14. Right? Because that's what's happening. We're dealing with generational a curse that's coming on the later generations for what the sins. Because who got the son? Who got my son? Who got my son? Who got the atrocity son? Give me the atrocity son, man. Right? That's what I need. Give me the atrocity. Because all this, ain't nobody paid for all this yet, man. Ain't nobody paid for all this yet. Nobody, right? So if ain't nobody paid for it, who gonna pay for it? Right? That's gonna come down the bloodline, like the brother so eloquently put. He's right and exact. The Lord gonna get his vengeance. He know what he talking about. Right? He reading. I seen that Bible. He reading it. You know what I'm saying? Read.
This is the book of Isaiah chapter 14 verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children.
Prepare slaughter for somebody's children. Why prepare slaughter for somebody's children or offspring? Read.
For the iniquity of their fathers.
For what their fathers did. That slaughter is being prepared for that offspring, man. All right? That's a biblical concept. Right? So when we come out here, we mad. We're not mad at nobody's skin color, man. That's what people got, like you say, people just hating people for the color of their skin. Listen, the Hebrew Israelite, we don't do that. We're not hating somebody for the color of their skin. We judging people off the content of their character. The content of the character of them as a people group, man. And all the crimes and the atrocities that they've committed. And one of the crimes and atrocities that they committed is the murder of Botham Shimjon. Is the murder of the sister in Fort Worth, Atiana Jefferson. Those are part of the crimes of these people. That's a part of the testimony to the very bad and evil and corrupt character
that these people have, and they got to do with their skin color. They just happen to be that color. But if we don't hate them, or we don't dislike them, or we ain't mad at them because of how they look, we mad at them of what they did for the last 500 years. And more importantly than us being mad, because naturally we mad, but more importantly than us being mad, God, give me God is angry with the wicked every day. Give me that, please.
Psalm 70:11.
Right, Psalm 70:11. God is angry with the wicked every day. So he's angry with the Amber Guygers of the world. He's angry with the George Zimmermans of the world. He's angry with all these people, and he's laid up their iniquity for their children. Right? In these new generations, they're gonna have to get that judgment that their foreparents ain't get, because they ain't done nothing but built this country and lived and created a system in this country that upholds them at all costs. Right? Give me that.
You said 70?
70 and 11. 7 and 11. Salaki. Because God is angry with the wicked every day according to Scripture. He's angry. Read.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 7, verse 11. God God judgeth the righteous, and God is angry with the wicked every day.
God is angry with the wicked every single day, man. He's angry with the wicked. So again, he's angry with the Amber Guygers of the world. So we're not loving on that. We're not loving on those people who have done nothing but rape, rob, and murder us for 500 years. We're not loving on none of those people. Just like God, we got a godly anger towards that, man. He's angry with the wicked every day. And guess what? He's laid up the iniquity of their parents on them, but also they committing iniquities on their own. Right? They're part of this RICO, man. Right? They're part of this racketeering, because America ain't nothing but a big racketeering organization, a racketeering outfit. And they're a part of it. They out here murdering. They're doing all that. And God is angry. Hit that one more time, officer. Read.
This is Psalms chapter 7, verse 11. God judgeth the righteous, and God is angry with the wicked every day.
God is angry with that wicked every day, man. So he's angry. As she's brought away in that cell, Amber Guyger, he's angry with her, right? So we shouldn't want nothing good to happen to her, because God is angry with her, and God is setting his face against her, right? That 10-year sentence, that was light. He gonna really give a judgment to her, and he gonna give a judgment to her people, period. As it is written, right? Give me that, what you got, numbers. Give me numbers, read.
The book of Numbers, chapter 35 and verse 32. And ye shall take no satisfaction for him that is fled to the city.
It's like it, 31.
31. Moreover, ye shall take no satisfaction of the life of a murderer.
You shall take no, it say, what, read it again.
Ye shall take no satisfaction of the life of a murderer.
It say, you shall take no satisfaction in the life of a murderer, man. You shall be not satisfied with her life. You should not be satisfied with anything short of her judgment. What is her judgment? What's the judgment for if somebody kills somebody? They got to get put to death. That's in the Bible. Point blank, period. They got to get put to death. So you shouldn't be satisfied with 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 99 years. According to the Bible, the only satisfaction is her being put to death, just like she stole that brother's life. Just like she stole that brother's life, she need her life taken. That's biblical judgment. What you gonna say? Oh, that's the old law. Oh, that's the Old Testament, right? Oh, I heard it all before. Yeah, give me a Matthew 5 and 20, 5 and 19 rather, right? Or 18. Start at 18. Don't give me that old law. So let's see what Jesus said about the old law, right? And if what's in the old law still stands, right? Let's go into that. Read.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 18. For verily I say unto you.
Verily, what verily mean in the old English? It means truly, right? So truly Jesus Christ said what?
Till heaven and earth pass.
Until heaven and earth pass. Until heaven and earth pass. What's that mean? Hold that. Give me that. What's that? Revelation 22? Revelation 22. Let's find out when heaven and earth is going to pass. He said truly until heaven and earth pass. What is heaven and earth passing? Let's find out. Let me know when you got it. Right? Let's find out what that means, heaven and earth pass. Because let's see when Christ is talking about. Let's take a look at the timeline. Right? Read.
22, I think it's 21. Right? This is Revelation chapter 21, verse 1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth. The first heaven and the first earth were passed away.
So heaven and earth passed. When is this? Read.
Were passed away, and there were no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven.
Have we seen the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from God out of heaven? No. That's what the day everyone's waiting for. That's that rapture, that's that salvation, that's the second coming of Christ. That's what all of us is waiting for. So what does that let us know? That heaven and earth has not yet passed. So back to Matthew 5, just so we can contextually understand the timeline. He said truly until his reign, until he establishes his kingdom on earth, until New Jerusalem come out of heaven. Read.
Verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law.
One jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law. That's right out of Christ's mouth, out of the Messiah mouth, out of the King of Kings mouth, out of the man that got on the cross and died for us mouth. So what's that let us know? We read here in the law in regards to not being satisfied with the life of a murderer. There's nothing that can change that. That's according to the word of Christ, right? What's going on, my brother?
Y'all need a group to talk to, or who y'all talk to?
I mean, we talking to whoever, man. We talking to wherever. You see what I'm saying? You a member at the church. You a part of the ministry. What?
Yeah.
Ministry or membership?
Both.
Both. Okay, well, I pray. What's your position here in the church?
I'm one of the elders here.
You one of the elders here. What's your name, brother?
Emery T.
Emery T, man. Pleasure to meet you. My name is Alizar, man.
Alizar.
Real quick, man. What I want to talk to you about today, right?
And what are y'all? I mean, y'all group that's.
Yes, yeah. We just out here. We just reading the Bible, brother. So listen. We just read the Bible.
Problem with that.
No, of course not. Of course not. We ain't saying nobody got a problem with nothing, right? But here's my thing, right? I was talking to a brother named Sicarii. I just talked to one of the ministers, right? And what I was expressing to him is the same thing. He told me he was speaking for himself. He wasn't speaking on behalf of necessarily the congregation of the church, right? He said, the head minister, he would have to speak on behalf, right? So I just, quick question, right? Dealing with this whole situation, you personally, where are you at with not wanting to see Amber Guyger sit up in that jail? Because now I'm hearing
the law is spoken, says she has to sit there for 10 years.
But you know they going through the appeal.
Well, whatever the law comes up with, we have to sort of go with whatever the law
Okay,
says.
yeah, I'm not disagreeing with that. What I'm asking is, what would you like for example, that 10-year sentence, right? Like when the murder conviction came out, I was happy. Good, they got it right. Murder, right? But then the next day or a couple days later, right now we only getting a 10-year sentence, right?
Yeah.
Right, and we know that the people decided the 10-year sentence, the jury, right? The 12 jurors, right?
So I'm good with that, because that's what the people decided to do.
What would you have rather seen?
No, I'm going to go with what the people said.
Okay.
Now I look at the whole picture also.
Talk about it.
Considering Amber Guyger, it was a mistake.
Okay.
It was a mistake. She didn't go in there looking to kill Bo. She did. I understand that. I know Bo. Bo was my friend.
Of course.
He sat right over there, right next to me. I know him.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know Amber Guyger, but still, I want the best for her, whatever that would be. She needs to think about what she's done. 10 years is plenty in my book.
You think so?
I believe so. Yeah.
But now
if somebody planned, we know what murder
is. Well, that's. But also, it's an intent thing, like you said. I don't believe that she opened that door with playing. Okay, whoever's on the other side of the door, I'm gonna kill this man, right?
I think she did.
Well, she did. You're right. She did as far as that. But what I'm saying is she didn't go there like, okay, I'm gonna kill this dude, but right? You know what I'm saying? That wasn't what. But as soon as she seen the door ajar, she planned, and especially the fact that he was a brother. You know what I'm saying? Large in stature, things of that nature. Because of that, that played a factor in, I'm definitely gonna shoot this dude. If she would have seen a little white girl look just like her, she might not have made that decision.
She might not have made that decision.
See, so that's why I'm saying that was the intent.
That is an issue in this world today. We don't doubt that.
I know we don't doubt that.
Guys like y'all, like me, we hope that will change.
Of course.
We're gonna do all we can do to change that, and we're gonna do that in the most loving,
the
best way that we know how to do it. We're gonna do it. I made the statement before. I said, if Amber Guyger stepped in there right now, we're gonna treat her just like I'm gonna treat y'all. I want the best for y'all. I mean, I think it's called agape. I think if y'all know what agape is.
Yes, of course. Agape love.
It's called wanting the best for all, not just for some. Not just.
But does God want the best for all?
Yes, He wants. He says He so loved the world.
Romans 9:13. Yeah, okay.
So
agape, right? So I want to, because with that being said, right, there's one scripture that comes to my mind that make me hard for me to accept that, right? So I just want to read it here in the book of Romans. Paul's epistle to the Romans, right? Romans 9, let's read 13. Read.
This is Romans 9, verse 13. As it is written, Jacob have I loved.
Wait, read it slow. As it is written, Jacob has he loved, and read.
As it is written, Jacob have I loved.
Read on.
But Esau have I hated.
It said, but Esau have I hated. So the word for love.
You know why that? You know why that is?
Hold on, but it ain't about why.
Yes, it is
no,
about why.
I'm going to explain why it's not about why.
One guy did wrong and one guy did right.
Hold on, but did Amber do wrong?
She did wrong.
So then can he hate her?
And he's not going to hate her.
Hold on, but listen.
He's going to forgive her.
We got to slow down.
He's going to love her.
We got to slow down.
Christ's blood is going to cleanse her.
Hold on, we got to slow down. Hold on, brother. Can we slow down, though? Because here's what you just did. I want to explain something you just did, brother, right? I said I need you to reconcile that scripture. Right? What's going on, King? I need you to reconcile that scripture, right? It said Jacob I love, Esau I hated, right? And then you told me that the reason why he hate because he did wrong. I'm just following your logic, right? So then I say, well, she did wrong. Do you hate based off of that? I'm just going off of what you said.
Yes, he hates that wrong that was done.
Oh no, but he didn't say he hated the wrong. He said he hated the individual.
He loved the world.
Hold on, but brother, we gotta stay in content and we gotta go slow because we gotta get understanding here. Because I'm trying to see what you're saying, and it's gotta make sense. See, the word for love here in Romans 9:13, when he said he loved Jacob, is the word agapo, right? That word agape, that's a derivative of that same word, right? But the word hated, it's the exact opposite of agape, mesio. And it said he hated the individual. Now you said it was because of what he did, right? But let's start just 2 verses up, right? You know that's the rule to understand concept. Hold on, brother. Let's go. So we just gotta read.
We're not gonna have a Bible. I'm not gonna.
We're not debating, bro. We just talking about the Bible, bro.
Let me ask you,
hold on. Let's read verse 11. Read verse 11.
This is Romans chapter 9, verse 11. For the children being not yet born.
So the children was not born yet. Read.
Neither having done any good or evil.
So Esau didn't do nothing wrong yet at this point, right? Read.
That the purpose of God according to election might stand.
Read on.
Not of works.
Not of works. So it wasn't about nothing either of them did. Read.
But of him that calleth. It was said unto her, the elder shall serve the younger. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated.
So it wasn't about nothing wrong that Esau did. God had the sovereignty and the preeminence to, as it say in the Greek, meseo, right? Which is the exact opposite of agape, Esau.
So you're saying we ought to hate Amber Guyger?
No, I didn't say that.
Hold on,
brother.
I mean, that's what you're saying.
No.
I
I didn't say any of that.
What she did
you gotta pay attention to my point, brother. I'm literally just responding to what you said, right? You told me that it's agape. God has agape for everyone, and all I did was say, okay. The only thing that's making it hard for me to accept that is that verse, that passage. So I'm not saying we should hate. I'm not saying none of that. Okay. I'm just saying that.
So we're on the same track.
But
we ought to love everybody.
No, that's not
including Amber Guyger.
I'm not necessarily on that track. What I'm saying is, I just want to go. We just got to do it as it is written. That's what I got to do it as it is written, right? So you told me one thing, and I just read another thing.
As it is written, God loved the world.
Okay, give me Hebrews 1:1. He loved the world, right? I don't disagree with you, but here's another scripture that we got to read. Here's the scripture. Hold up. Me and him having a conversation.
This shouldn't be about no Amber Guyger. You know,
I think that's why y'all are out here.
Amber Guyger should
wait, y'all are here in front of.
Hold on. Let's Hebrews 1. Hebrews 1. Go ahead.
Hold on a second.
This is Hebrews 1 verse 1. But God, who at sundry times and diverse manners spake in time past unto the fathers by the prophets, have in these last days spoken unto us by his Son, whom he had appointed heir of all things, by whom also he made the worlds.
He made the worlds, plural. So you said God loved the world, but according to the book of Hebrews, it's multiple worlds, because by Christ God made the worlds, right? So what world does he mean?
There's a heavenly world.
Can you give me scripture on that?
1 Corinthians, I want to say 9.
When it talk about things terrestrial and things celestial?
Where's the celestial?
Bodies terrestrial,
chapter 15.
bodies celestial, bodies terrestrial. I'm with you, but it don't say nothing about worlds right there. It say bodies celestial, bodies terrestrial. So now I'm gonna show you the world now. Isaiah 45:17. Go ahead, because the book of Isaiah tell you what the world is. What do you mean? I ain't doing nothing but reading the Bible. That's what we're doing.
Let's sit down and have a conversation.
Why can't we talk right here?
No.
What's wrong with being right here?
Because how you have approached this.
Y'all approaching like military. Man, what y'all doing over there? Come on over here. Come on, man.
I told him to approach you with love. What do you mean how have I approached this? I shook his hand. I gave this brother a hug. I shook this man. I ain't come. What do you mean how I approached this?
Look, man, we all on camera.
Okay, so what?
You know, let's sit down and have a meaningful conversation where I can truly understand what it is that we're trying to accomplish.
Why can't we do it right here?
We can. We can go sit down and have a conversation, but we out here standing up all out here on TV and everything. Let's have a conversation. I would like to understand what you're talking about, but let's have, a meaningful conversation where we're all on the same page in terms of where we're trying to go with this.
I would love that.
Who are y'all, man? Y'all don't even identify. Who are y'all? Nobody's saying, Nobody's saying it. Y'all gotta let him do
talk. Sit down amongst men
and get a true. I'm right here right now, though.
Because You didn't even notify us that we getting ready to have this conversation. You just
Does the Bible say be ready to give an answer?
Hey, listen.
You gotta be ready to give an answer. That ain't my fault. You weren't ready.
But if you want a true understanding, let's approach each other. How we like to be approached and how you like to be approached. But we know nothing about y'all coming here, which is fine. Okay. But we might be open to hearing you if we're all on the same page in terms of what we're trying to accomplish with this study, getting an understanding, okay?
Of course.
But what are we trying to understand?
Listen,
let's set a goal and reach that goal.
Now, here's the thing, though. What you just walked up on, though, with me and him is, it's only spun off because of statements that he made. Okay. That's not even what I came, because the conversation I had with him ain't go like that.
Stop. What is the reason y'all are here?
Hold on, let me hit this one. I gotta hit this one, because I gotta finish my point. 45:17, read.
This is Isaiah chapter 45, verse 17. But Israel shall be saved in the Lord with an everlasting salvation. Ye shall not be ashamed nor confounded, world without end.
So the point of me reading that is he loved the world, but it tells us it's multiple worlds, and then Israel is a world that's promised everlasting salvation and love. That's my point.
Why are y'all here?
Why are we here? We're here just to talk. We're here to talk to Dallas West Church of Christ. That's
why y'all military guys over there saying
because that's how we assemble. That's how we assemble, brother. That's how we operate.
That's fine. Let me get your information.
What's up, bro?
I'm Dyron John.
I'm Alazar.
Let me get your information.
Okay.
You take my information.
Okay.
We have a discussion. We have.
See, but here's the thing. I'm on the plane. I'm on the plane back to Atlanta tomorrow morning. You see what I'm saying? I was only in town for a weekend.
We can work whatever it is.
I'm not sure how to
work out.
Okay.
But my thing is that we all looking like we all the same.
Of course. We all the
Yes,
sir.
let us know when you coming
back.
back.
Each other that way.
Of course.
I want to hear what you got to say, and I hope that you want to hear what we
Of course. I wouldn't be here if I didn't want to hear what y'all had to say, brother. Your name again? Dyron. Okay.
Can I get your information?
Yeah. See, you take my information. You take my information.
What's your name again? I'm sorry.
Alazar. A-H. I got you.
I don't move that quick.
We good? Okay, all praise to the Most High. We just wrapped up over here. Church leadership came out. They hollered at us. They said they want to set up a discussion. So we set up a discussion. Maybe we bring them on the show or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But your boy was cut. I forget bro name. His ass, old bald head Jake. He was cut. All right, you know what I'm saying? By his own admit, he hate Esau because what he did. Okay, well, Amber murder. Who's worse, Amber or Esau? Esau ain't kill nobody. See what I'm saying? Who worse? So, but even though she is Esau, you know what I mean? She that descendant, and like my first brother said, it's going down to the bloodline. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, man. So you know, I'm gonna try to get them up on the show. You know what I'm saying? They as we showed, they wasn't letting everybody out. They were trying to let people out one by one because they knew once they let everyone out, that's when we was gonna start blasting. So that's why we just had to start going in on just whoever we seen, because we see what they was doing. They trying to combat. They don't want everybody to actually get bombarded with the Bible. That's the coldest thing about it. We don't want to do nothing but read scripture. The whole time we reading scripture, they over there talking, and you know what I'm saying? We go just read scripture. He reciting Hebrew 1. We know what that say. Okay, if you know what it say, why would you say that God loved the world as if it's talking about the whole world when it's multiple worlds? And that's disingenuous. But see, it is what it is. We're gonna see if they really about it. The younger one over here talking about, yeah, I want to have a. Okay, we're gonna see. We gonna see if we bring them up on the show. Right? We can do any situation. We do special. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Bring them up on the show and let's talk about it, man. Because he said he's satisfied with 10 years, and if Amber Guyger walked in here right now, which she wouldn't have done 10 years yet, if she walked in right now, she don't get the same love as everybody else, right? But as we can see, God don't have agape for everybody. He don't got agape for everybody, as they say. Agape, we just got done cutting G-Man on that madness, right? You know what I'm saying? That's why I be going into it. That's why Most High arm us, though, because I just happened to look that up while we was on G-Man, just in the spirit, just happened to. I didn't know that before, but now I'm like, okay, boom, Messiah and agape, that's the opposite. You see what I'm saying? So now you can't say he agape every day. That's madness, right? Because not only, matter of fact, just only out Malachi 1 for me, and just get not only because Paul is quoting something, right? But he quote part of it. Let's read the rest of it though, because it ain't just about the man Esau, and not just about one person, right? Let's see what it's about. Malachi 1. What about 3 or 4? 3 or 4. Yeah.
This is the book of Malachi, chapter 1, verse 3 through 4. And I hated Esau.
He hate Esau. That's what he's quoting. Read.
And laid his mountains and his heritage waste.
See that? He laid his mountains. He laid his mountains and his heritage waste. So it's not just about the man. It's his heritage. It's his people. Laid waste. The elders were just over there in the devil's land, man. You see what happened? They built all them caves up, but now what? It lay waste. This whole place, America, which is the new Edom, it's gonna lay waste again the same way, right? Really worse than Petra, because you can still go visit Petra. Judah gonna possess Petra. That would have say Obadiah right there at the south shall possess the Mount of Esau. Ain't nobody gonna possess this place, because they done did more wickedness here than they ever did in Edom, right? Read.
For the dragons of the wilderness.
Read on what? Who's going to Salakia? Somebody give me Babylon. Who going to hear about? Who going to inhabit Babylon? Was that Isaiah 34? So we can understand who's going to inhabit this place, right? Spin off in the spirit, man. You know, it's all right. They scared. It's a bunch of old folks. See, you go to these churches, a bunch of old people up in these goddamn churches, man. Why? Because like the Officer Yahya was saying, the elders failed us. They all failed us. There's a reason why when you see these niggas pants hanging down to their damn knees and tattoos all over their goddamn all this stuff, the elder generation failed these people, man. You know, you don't go amongst other nations of people and see that type of behavior. You only do that amongst us. Why? Because the elder generation failed their people. When the people from Africa come over here, you know what the first thing they tell their kids, man? Don't be like them niggas, man. Don't be like them. You know what I'm saying? You different than them. You better than they implanting them with that ideology. Because they elders didn't fail them. They elders bring them over here. You see these niggas, they over here 5 years. They done went to college. They got a degree. They got a bomb-ass job. You still struggling in the hood. Your parents been here 340 goddamn years. Why is that? Because your elder generation failed. You know why? Because they've been busy at that goddamn church. They just spend all their time and all their money up in there, and they've been fail you. Right? Read.
Verse 4. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places.
That's what they want. They think that's what they want to do. They want to build the desolate places, right? I'm going to tell y'all something. The Tower of Babel, which is a ziggurat in Iraq called Itimanaki, right? They got the Most High destroyed that thing, right? You know who tried to rebuild it? Alexander the Great tried to rebuild it. You know what happened within a month of Alexander the Great trying to rebuild Itimanaki, the Tower of Babel? His ass died. That's when he died. That's when his ass died, because that's Esau mind. They want to go and rebuild the desolate places. That's all they want. Go and rebuild desolate places. Read.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down.
So he started to rebuild it, but it never got finished and his ass dropped dead. Because you can build whatever you want. You done built up Great America. You got AT&T Stadium. You got the One World Tower in New York. You got Capitol Records in LA. You got all these buildings all over that damn green building downtown Dallas. Yahweh gonna throw it down the Most High. Read.
And they shall call them the border of wickedness.
You're supposed to call these people the border of wickedness. That'll walk into a nigga house and shoot his ass dead. That will shoot from outside somebody's house into somebody's house like a gangbanger doing a drive-by and shoot somebody dead but have a damn badge on, right? Read.
And the people whom the Lord hath indignation forever.
Yahweh have indignation. He do not like these people. That's righteous hatred that he have forever. Not just any hatred, righteous hatred. If there wasn't no such thing as justifiable righteous hatred, there wouldn't be such a word as indignation. There's a word for it, right? But he laid his mountains. Read that part again about the waste, because that's what I need Isaiah. Read.
He said, I'm just going to start from the top. Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places.
We will return and build the desolate places, right? Read.
Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down.
They shall build, but I will throw down. Read on.
And they shall call, and they shall...
I need the dragons of the wilderness. That's what I need.
You want to start? Verse 3. And I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness.
Right, read, somebody give me Isaiah.
34, the wild beast.
Come.
All right, this is Isaiah chapter 34, verse 14.
Read on.
The wild beasts of the desert shall also meet with the wild beasts of the island.
Go ahead.
In the in the Seder shall cry to his fellow. The screech owl also shall rest there.
That's all that's going to be there. Them desert creatures, them evil, them cruel creatures. That's the only animals that are going to be able to live in the environment that America is going to be turned to as a result of the thermonuclear holocaust. When the missiles come to this place, once everything's said and done, this place is going to be the whole environment is going to be different. That's how drastic it's going to be. So you nuke a damn place, ain't no place really been nuked for real like that, right? They dropped the A-bomb Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Ain't no place really been nuked for real. Once you see what the nuke is going to do to this place, it's going to change this whole, the Great Plains, the Rocky Mountains, goddammit, the Evergreen State, good old Georgia with all the trees down there. It's going to turn all this thing into an arid desert. It's going to be like the Sahara, man. Only certain creatures are going to be able to inhabit this place once it's all said and done, man. Right? And there's going to be a huge smoke, huge bonfire going on, full of white bodies and the bodies of the 2/3. Go ahead.
and find for herself a place of rest. Verse 15. There shall the great owl make her nest and lay and hatch and gather under her shadow. There shall
that's it on that.
Okay.
Just going into these great owls, these vultures, these dragons, these beasts. Go ahead with your precept.
But showing that Esau it's just not talking about
it is not talking about the man. It's talking about all them offspring.
This is the book
all them devil, all them amber Guygers. Go ahead.
This is the book of Genesis chapter 36 verse 8. Thus dwelleth Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom.
Esau is what?
Edom.
Edom, the people of Edom. The Edomites. The red people. The people of blood. That's what they are. They blood show forth through their skin because their crime is blood, man. That's showing all the blood that's on their murderous goddamn hands. That's why the Most High did that to them. It's to let us know these are the murderers, man. They always caught red-handed. Their hands always red.
Crimson,
yeah, the crimson criminal. You see what I'm saying? They're the crimson criminals, goddammit. That's why they always caught red-handed. Their hand always red. So what do they mean? They caught red-handed. Look at them, red-handed. But precept. Okay, give me Joel 24:14 real quick. We close up. We get ready to go to Fort Worth Police Headquarters, and we're gonna rebuke that because last year was Botham Shimjong, but this year is Atiana Jefferson right here in the DFW.
Right around the same time.
Right, same time, just a year later. Ain't that cold? We're just getting over. Like I said, this whole situation. Like I told the brother, this has been emotional. I'm hurt. This has been emotionally draining. We put in work on these front lines behind that Botham. You understand what I'm saying? We was outside of that Southside flat. Where was everybody? Where was they ass at?
Right.
Where their whole church was at? We was outside. You know what I'm saying? Every day. We only seen other people come, what, twice?
Once. Really
twice. You know what I'm saying?
Twice.
Once or twice. We was out front of that DPD. We was out front of that Southside flats. Regular. You see what I'm saying? Up until the fair came. Hey, look, we gonna go to the fair. We will talk about it at the goddamn fair. See what I'm saying? Where the hell was everybody else at? Can't nobody say that we cared more. Can't nobody say they cared more than us, right? Outside of the personal family or whatever, right? But they clearly don't care because they could forget a bitch. So they don't care. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead,
The book of Job, 24, verse 14. The murderer rises with the light killeth the poor and needy, and in the night is as a thief.
In the night is as a thief. Why is she as a thief? She came in there, broke up in his house, and stole a man's life. So the murderer just like a thief, but they stealing something more than a replaceable, material object. They stealing somebody's whole life, right? That's what she did. She stole the man's life. So she shouldn't be able to walk up in your goddamn church. But see, that's why the mass shooters can walk up in your church. Why can the mass shooter walk up in your goddamn church? Because you such love. They shoot you. They shoot, what's his name, Dennis Storm Roof. He's shooting you. They just still want to hug him. No, hug me. Love me. No, don't you get it? Love don't live here, man. Love don't live in the heart of the so-called white man, woman, and child. Love don't live in their heart because they're the Edomites, man. They're the devil that the Bible speak of. So love can't live in their heart, man. Right? But with that, we're going to praise you, how about Shem Yahushai, and we're going to go here to this Fort Worth. Shalom, what's going on? It's your brother, Chief Priest Alazar Bonoya, a.k.a. the Guerrilla Hebrew. And I'm just letting y'all know I just dropped my official clothing line, Urban Guerrilla. Go to urbanguerrilla.com right now to check us out, man, and pick something up. There's URBNGRLA.com. We got all kind of items for men, women, children, even infants, as well as fragrance oil, smell goods. You can also check out Hebrew Israelite Clothing Co., another Sicarii business, on Instagram and Facebook. And as always, you can hit up deaconsicari.com to get your plug on the scarves, the music, and the children's Bibles. Thanks for your time. All praise to the Most High. Kwam Yasharallah. Shalom.